Once again, we had a great move take place overnight, and frankly, ADA and the rest of the crypto market look prepared to make a move. And hopefully, this is the one that brings us just a little bit of fun. And I want to talk about what that might look like here. We've actually seen this take place before. Do want to actually discuss something that took place for ADA over the last 2 weeks that actually equated to 1% of the entire supply, which I think is a pretty big deal. A lot of people tend to kind of overlook this, but I like to talk about it pretty frequently because it's a pretty big sign that right now, even as we've seen some red over the prior weeks, you're still seeing major conviction for ADA and others. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. I don't know about you guys, but my week is all messed up. Feels like a Monday, but obviously it's a Tuesday. We had a holiday yesterday, and yesterday was actually kind of all over the place. Still lower volume, but we had ups and downs, and you guys can see that ADA actually swept all the way up to just above 84 cents kind of earlier on in the day, and then we actually came all the way down to about 78 cents as the day progressed. We talked about obviously ADA not liking to live in this zone between 78 and 84 cents. We talked about if support did not hold up here, we might touch that. We came down, we touched it, and we actually had a great bounce off of this. And what this is actually showing us that is that ADA is actually very comfortable in this 80 to 84 cent range. So who knows how long we're going to live in there. It doesn't mean we can't break down and go below this again or anything like that, but it's showing you that ADA is not comfortable down here. And this is where a lot of people see this as an opportunity zone if ADA does in fact reach there. Just taking a look at the volume across the crypto market, which I hate this new Coinbase. I don't know if you guys or Coinbase, CoinMarketCap. I cannot see where anything is in this. Anyways, let's just look at ADA, I guess. $1.13 billion over the last 24 hours. Again, still continuing to hold over $1 billion apart from just the other days. So this is exactly what we want to see from the crypto market. Now, I will say that we did flip again bearish yesterday on the stochastic RSI on the daily. We're back again bullish today. So we're kind of watching ADA and other assets across the crypto market kind of print some bottoms here per se. BTC doing the same thing. Nice explosion kind of overnight, attacking its 100-day moving average. If we can get a BTC breach there, that's going to be a very good sign for the market. This is also flipped bullish on the daily stochastic RSI. Ethereum having just a little bit of trouble with its 20-day moving average, which is not really surprising. I will say I've watched a lot of the news and updates around the crypto market, and whales have been just smash buying Ethereum. Some big BTC whales have been doing this as well. There was one BTC whale, I can't remember how much he bought, but it was like $100 or $200 million worth of Ethereum and staked it, which is, I think, a pretty cool thing. Obviously, doesn't really mean a whole lot for ADA, but it's a good sign that you're seeing people just actively buy the dip and protect prices, and that's exactly what we want to see here. This has flipped bullish on the stochastic RSI as well, and what we're watching right now is BTC dominance just kind of chill, as it's done many times before, like for example back here in the early part of August, back here around August 18th, 19th or so, waiting for that 20-day moving average to come down. And what that might be is a point where we either try to attack this and then get our push down, or something of that nature. We'll see obviously how the week decides to progress, but I will say we did get some short leverage liquidations overnight. Great sign. Love to see it. Overseas money is definitely the one right now that has more positive vibes, we'll call it, around surrounding the crypto market. And maybe a little bit of what we dealt with yesterday was just people being a little bit uncertain with this World Liberty Financial launch, as I'm sure people probably have some, again, PTSD from the Trump and Melania meme coin launches. World Liberty Financial token did in fact drop in terms of price, dropped in terms of market cap, still had insane volume, 5 billion in trading volume over the last 24 hours. So we're kind of seeing that impact like we saw there. But now that it didn't really suck a lot of liquidity from assets, it seems like people are a little more comfortable moving their capital back into assets. And this is something where we're setting up for potentially a late week push like we've seen several times before. And I totally forget where I was going with that, but no, that's... yeah, right now we're setting up exactly what we've done before on some of these pushes, and that's a very promising sign here for ADA. Again, right now, this top of our trend is below 84 cents, meaning that if ADA runs all the way to the top of the range, we're talking about a breakout, which doesn't mean it's a confirmed breakout, but it is showing that ADA is, again, prepping for another move to the upside, which we'll see if it's a short-term one, a long-term one. What I did want to mention here is that over the last 2 weeks, we have seen some pretty conviction from ADA holders. Just taking a look at the last 2 weeks. Last week was actually $92 million worth of ADA removed from exchanges. Week prior to that was $105 million. So you saw almost $200 million worth of ADA removed from exchanges over those 2 weeks. And that equates to almost 2%. I'm sorry, almost 1% of the entire supply of ADA, which is a pretty big deal. And it's been a very consistent trend for a very long period of time. You guys can see we've had 1 week of inflows here in 2025. So yes, the very consistent theme is buying, hoarding, removing supply from exchanges, buying, hoarding, removing supply from exchanges. There is a point where this is going to impact price in a very big way, especially if volume keeps up, especially if we trigger adoption. And again, late this week, I want to remind everybody, for those that aren't familiar, we have our jobs report, and it seems like the market is kind of building to that moment where that's where our breakout might be. It may take place before that, it may take place on that news. We'll see if the news is even good nonetheless, but that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate it as always. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.